Okay, well, hi, I'm Jazzy.
I'm Alisha.
And I'm Sarah, and we are the girlies that read. Woo! One day I'll burst into song.
But not today.
We are the girlies that read.
Maybe today.
We are the girlies that read. Woo! That. Welcome! Today we are here for a book discussion and review. Can you guess what we are talking about?
What are we talking about today?
I'll give you one guess. Would you like to use said guess, or would you like to phone a friend?
Can I phone a friend?
Okay, we're phoning a friend.
Hang on. Call me. Call Alisha.
This is not an intentional bit.
Actually,
Siri's taking her time. Oh my gosh. Hang on.
This took way longer than it should have.
Wait, you can clip it. Let me call Alisha.
I'm clipping the whole. I'm including this whole bit. Ring, ring. Hello.
Hello, Alisha speaking.
Oh, hi Alisha. It's Jazzy. How are you going?
Good, how are you?
I'm feeling a little excluded.
I'm good, but I'm a little busy right now. But I have
Are
a
you?
question. Yeah.
Yeah?
What book are the girlies that read discussing next?
Great question. How much time do we have?
Probably like 10 seconds.
Okay, and what's the, how much
We have
money
40
do we
minutes. Wrap this up.
I can't hear you. Sorry. Maybe
It must be Light Wielder, isn't it?
Light Wielder? No, that's coming out soon.
Oh,
Next
okay.
year, yeah?
Oh, okay. Maybe is it, I reckon, maybe Night in the Mob?
No. That's next
That
time.
comes late.
Is it Iron Thrower?
I think it's maybe Metal Thrower.
Metal Thrower? No. It's more.
This-
It's got more of a slinging sound to it.
Oh, I know what it is.
What is it?
Metal Skater.
Oh, yeah, it's that one.
Got it.
Is it? Nah, that's the one by Rebecca Sneakernob, isn't it?
Yep, you're right. Did you hear that thing about this Sarah Flanagan, by the way?
Fully name drop. Okay,
Yeah,
no.
right?
Do you just want
Goes
to give
by
them my
Quills
at-home
Scribbler.
address and my mobile number while you're at it?
Melbourne. I don't know the address. You know I never know the address.
Okay, so anyway,
Okay, this has gone out of control.
All right.
Bye,
I
I'll
reckon
talk
it's
to you
Metal
later.
Slinger.
Yeah, good one. I'll
Oh,
talk to you
really?
later.
No idea. Oh.
Second long call.
Good grief. After that just mess.
That
you
was
didn't
actually really
realise
funny.
We are discussing Metal Slinger by
Yes.
Rachel Schneider. If you have not heard of this book, you've clearly been living under a rock because it broke the internet with its plot twist.
It did.
Did it break us with said plot twist?
Yes.
I guess we'll find out. But today we are going to be diving straight into all things Metal Slinger, which means this is your spoiler warning. We are talking about everything. Every single little bit of the plot is coming out. Possibly, we might not discuss everything, but we will just hands off, free reign. If you've not read it and you don't want the plot twist, apparently of a lifetime, to be ruined for you, go away. Come back later, but go away for now until you have experienced the plot twist for yourself.
Agreed.
Okay?
Yeah, enough said.
That's your last warning. If you choose to continue, don't blame me or us. It is your fault. You have full power to stop or keep going. Anyway.
It's because we are the girlies that give spoiler warnings. There you go.
We're the girlies that persevere.
I'm keeping that bit going.
It's going to be just a running gag from now
Yeah.
on. You need to start doing Instagram posts with that theme. We are the girlies that. Okay, so we're starting this off with a plot breakdown. I am going to read out the entire plot of the book. This is just to give some context as to what we're discussing, to refresh not only your memories, but our memories. Because while this is probably the quickest we've ever done a discussion recording after we've read the book, we've also read probably a billion things since we read this book. Even though it's only been 2-3 weeks since we finished? Or...
Yeah, not even
Well,
that
some of us took a little bit longer.
It's still been
than
2
others.
weeks.
Still, I was waiting like a month for these two. Anyway, that's besides the point. Let's jump in to this plot breakdown.
She wrote an essay. She did an Alisha.
Look, I wrote the plot, okay? Look, there's only so, it was a lot longer. I used ChatGPT to condense this because I'm like, this is too much rambling.
How many words is it?
It is
1,200.
1,200 words.
Let's go 1,300. Round up.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyway, plot breakdown. So, I will say this also now. My pronunciation
Pronunciation.
of stuff clearly is terrible. So I will pronounce things probably wrong.
That's fine.
Characters, places, we're rolling with it. Bryn, from the banished Alaha people who live on a floating wooden city, prepares to attend the annual market hosted by the rivals, the Kenta, those who exiled them. With her friends Kai and Mesa, she relishes the rare chance to set foot on land. But after Kai proposes, Bryn is separated and accused of theft by a Kenta soldier, who causes her immense pain when he forces her to touch a wall, before she ends up escaping him with his knife. Chaos erupts when Aurora, a fellow Alaha, triggers an explosion, allowing their people to flee back to their ships. Back in the city, Bryn faces the anger of her peers, though she receives only a minor punishment from Ren, the Alaha leader and Kai's father. In response to the explosion, Kenta restricts Alaha's market access, threatening their food supply, and demands Bryn and Aurora to be surrendered to preserve peace. Kai refuses, declaring his intent to marry Bryn, while the leader urges everyone to resume their routines and let them handle the crisis. Soon after, a Kenta ship arrives under a white flag, carrying the soldier who attacked Bryn, Akka, who demands to speak with her. Allowed into the brig where Akka is kept with Kai, Bryn learns little, but later sneaks back alone, where Akka teases her about Kai and hints at secrets from her forgotten past, but can only say so much due to a magical blood oath placed on him by Ren. He does reveal that Ren wields the power of persuasion and has been using it on her, and that Kai, too, has that same power, and that he's used it to convince her that she is in love with him, but that also her real name is Jovi. Bryn/Jovi, who I will refer to as Jovi from now on, leaves confused and unsure what to believe. But as the days pass, a bad storm threatens to flood the brig, which will drown Akka, which Ren is all happy to allow to happen. Jovi breaks into the brig and frees Akka, and then hides him in her home. She tells Akka that she will leave with him because she wants to know the truth about her past. As they escape, they are caught by Kai and a group of men at the dock. Akka fights off the men, showing his ability to control metal, and suffers a stab wound. Jovi pleads for Akka to spare Kai's life, and they leave. For weeks, Akka and Jovi sail in a fishing vessel and battle against starvation, dehydration, and storms. They have a travelling companion in the form of a mystical bird that Jovi befriended back in Alaha. During their trip at sea, the two of them grow closer. Akka revealing small details about their shared past and more about who Jovi truly is, but he holds much back. But he also grows ill as the stab wound becomes infected. They finally land in Ryson, a hostile territory that borders Kenta. They cannot sail any further as Akka needs to touch land so that his magic will heal him. However, as Jovi touches land for the first time, she is struck by overwhelming pain as her magic manifests all at once and renders her unconscious for several days. When Jovi awakes, they are soon after attacked by a group of Kenta deserters. Akka and Jovi escape them, but not until after Jovi is shot in the chest with an arrow. Akka locates a healer who heals Jovi and also informs Jovi that her magic had also been killing her from its late manifestation. When Jovi is fully recovered, Akka and her hurry towards the Kenta border and try to avoid the Dark Forest, a place of dark magic no one ever escapes. While they are camping, they are attacked by a panther that reveals himself to be the healer's son. To protect Jovi, their bird companion suddenly shape-shifts and is revealed to be Jovi's friend Mesa. Dun dun dun!
Biggest plot twist there.
But not the plot twist.
But still a plot twist.
Yes. He fights off the healer's son and they both tumble into the dark forest. Despite Akka's warnings, Jovi insists on going in after Mesa to help him. As they enter, they are attacked by dark creatures. Jovi unleashes a powerful burst of magic that burns the entire forest. The display of power weakens her considerably. Akka hurries to get over the Kenta border once they have located Mesa, where a group of soldiers awaits. They address him as the Prince of Kenta. Jovi wakes up in the Kenta camp. She meets Bo, Akka's sister, and Hallis, Akka's closest friend. Messer is interrogated by Akka, and Messer explains he followed Jovi to protect her from Akka. At Jovi's urging, Messer is freed, but branded with a mark that will make him a valuable target for Kenta's enemies, thereby binding Messer to Kenta and ensuring he won't betray them. As Jovi, Akka, Bo, and Hallis begin a multi-day journey towards the Kenta Palace, Jovi finds her attraction to Akka growing. Eventually, she finds that she can project her consciousness and jump into his mind. One such jump uncovers the fact that Akka is engaged to Irina, the princess of Stru?
Yeah, that's it.
Stru? Rumours of Jovi's light-based magic, which was previously wielded by a malevolent queen, arouses the people's hostility and compels the group to travel incognito. When Jovi sleeps, she discovers the ability to project her consciousness to Akka's location and watch what he does. As they periodically kiss and flirt, their connection continues to grow. As they near the capital, they encounter a group of Malay soldiers who want to return Jovi to her homeland. Akka swears a blood oath that he and Jovi are matched and that he will not harm her and that he loves her. Aww.
Cute.
Finally arriving in the palace, Jovi dislikes the ostentatious display of wealth and chafes under King Edmund's demands for displays of fealty. She also dislikes Akka's apparent ease with cruelly wielding power over others. The Kenta court openly disdains Jovi, whom they consider a sign that there will be further conflict with Malay. Jovi begins researching matched bonds, using forbidden books that Bo's mother, Greta, keeps in a secret library. Jovi also learns more from Akka's friends, Wells and Olivia, who are happily bonded and married. Jovi and Akka's relationship deepens as Jovi's ability to astral project continuously takes her to him. They end up having sex, and Jovi does admit that she has fallen in love with him. They enjoy a brief period of happiness together, and in direct defiance of his father, Akka escorts Jovi to a court dinner, publicly declaring his intention to marry her instead of Princess Irina. ... During a flashback, it is revealed that all along, Jovi was aware of everything. She reveals that she and Kai have conspired to manipulate Akka into trusting her so that he would take her back to Kenta. 1, to get her magic, and 2, to overthrow Edmund and also Ren. Back in the present, Akka asks Jovi to marry him. Suddenly, various Kenta nobles begin to collapse, poisoned. Jovi puts a magical suppressing collar on Akka, restraining him. Bo has also joined Jovi's rebellion. They reveal that Jovi and Kai have spearheaded this rebellion, which is meant to dethrone both Ren and the misogynistic warmongering King Edward. They offer Akka the throne only if he promises to maintain peace with the realms of Alaha, Meili, and Roisin. Akka refuses. Jovi severs Edmund's magic but leaves him alive at Akka's request, and she flees, knowing that this moment will ruin her relationship with Akka she genuinely loves.
Sad ending.
And that is it. That is the plot of Metal Slinger. Now, I didn't include everything. There are definitely a bunch of stuff I didn't go in there. But otherwise, this whole video would just be me reading the plot. And that's not what we're here to do.
We could just have the whole video, us reading the book. But this was a big...
Look, if you read the book, we'd be here for a month.
It was a busy few weeks, guys.
I'm shooting shots. What can I say? But it is definitely a book that is a bit of fun. Mm-hmm. It's got some great elements to it. And the plot twist definitely shocked us. It shocked me. I finished this book first, and I filmed my reaction, wanting to kind of get my reaction. I posted it. Mm-hmm. And the funny part was a lot of people commented on my reaction, like, oh my God, your reaction, you were so, like, shocked by it. But the actual point in the book where I'm, like, physically going, oh my God, I'm freaking out, is not my reaction to the actual part when I learned that she knew everything. I was just deadpanned, like, what the fuck just happened? Mm-hmm. I couldn't process it. Mm. And then I had no one to process it with. And it sucked because I'm like, who can I talk to? And so I had to wait for these two to finish it. Yeah. But then Alisha finished it. And I was like, oh my God, someone I can talk to because I'm not okay with this. But it's not, like, I wasn't not okay with it. It wasn't like a terrible plot twist. I personally found the execution lacking. Mm. Yeah. I think it needed some work.
Yeah. I can't, like, there's a lot of things in the book that, in my opinion, didn't add up to the plot twist, but I'm not gonna judge it too hard until I read the next book, because I feel like for duologies it's so hard to conclude the first books in a duology because you have to keep enough to let the next book take off. So I wonder how much we'll learn in the next book, and if it justifies in a way that's acceptable, then I'm okay with it, because the plot twist was fun. I will say that. I didn't see it coming, and the reason I don't think any reader would see it coming is because it's written in a way that goes the complete opposite direction. Like, it's almost like you've proved everything on the opposite side, and then the plot twist happened for the sake of a plot twist. So, not sure yet how I feel about it. But it got me. Like, it said jaw-dropping plot twist at the end, and it definitely got me.
Yeah, it definitely, yeah. I will say that, like, back off what you said, how, like, it got you, and it's written in a way where it doesn't really set up this plot twist. To me, it feels like Rachel Schneider wrote her book and then went, oh, wait, I meant to do this. I'm just going to chuck this on the end. It's a big surprise and you never saw this coming and oh my God. That is really, like, when I finished reading it, that is how I felt.
Yeah.
I felt lied to, for one.
Yeah.
But then the more I kind of dwelled on it and I thought about it, the only real breadcrumb that I could go back and discover is the very first chapter of the book. When you literally start and you, like, you know, Jovi's there with Kai and Messa, and they're talking about going into the market, and they're talking about this incessant need to touch land. And they go on about needing to touch land, and then they end up in the market, and then stuff happens. Jovi meets Akka for the first time, then they have to flee. And then touching land's never really mentioned again, up until we meet Akka and we learn that the way they access all that people get their magic is by having to be on land.
Yeah.
But by that point, you're not really thinking about that first chapter anymore. And then when you consider, but when you consider and you go to that point, you go, okay, they've been working towards this plan to overthrow Akka's dad and, like, you know, overthrow Kai's dad as well. They needed to touch land so Jovi could get access to her powers.
Yeah.
But then Kai and Mess had never touched land, but they had their powers.
They have.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, they already had.
They had the dirt.
No. They've probably been to market and stuff. I feel like they have.
No, so it's explained. It is explained that they got that. So Kai got his access from his dad's jar of dirt, which most likely means Messa also did. So why did they not do the same thing for Jovi?
To be fair.
So, like, that, it's those little aspects. Like, there's a tiny crumb of it, but it doesn't make logical sense in my head to go, that all adds up and goes, yep, that works.
It also doesn't make sense that Jovi or Bryn didn't recognize Akka when they first met, because they're trying to overthrow his dad. She's the leader of the rebellion. She'd know him. And there was that complete shock. Why would she not be for marrying Kai? Like, all those reasons why she was, like, we were setting up her character as, like, this independent person, it just doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. Like, her marrying Kai, because the reason Akka explained was that to make Kai more powerful.
It made more sense.
But actually, it would make her more powerful as well if her job is to overthrow the rebellion. And she actually does love Kai in a whatever, like,
they're best friends.
Like best friends kind of way. It actually makes perfect sense why she would have been like, actually, yeah, this marriage is the best, like, very convenient. We could say that she actually does have all her memories from the past, which is, like, why she's not been in delusion, and that's why she always has known that Akka is her fated mate or whatever, and that's why she didn't want to marry Kyle. Like, that could be another reason, but I just think, like, she would have recognized him at the start, and we got no hint towards that at all, which is so weird.
Because they were like,
that was why. Sorry, my love. I was saying, like, with the whole thing, it felt like she got to the end of the book and went, oh, I forgot.
pranked.
Here we go. Like, she kind of had, like, this intention. This was her, like, her idea, and she's like, oh, well, we've got to make it so we don't know anything. That she needs to seem like she doesn't know anything. And then she gets to the end and goes, oh, crap, I actually forgot to include the stuff where, there are hints that she does know stuff. And then she's written the ending, and it's like, surprise.
Yeah.
So, like,
So that's what I mean. Like, there's a way of, like, when you do plot twists, yes, you can make a whole plot twist with zero breadcrumbs, but you can't have other plot lines that don't match up that plot twist.
Yeah.
So if it was like, if we didn't have those instances which, like, goes completely against the plot twist, the plot twist would have been very justified. But that's why I think the plot twist hits harder, because you just are like, eh?
like, I don't think it's actually possible to work. Like, people claimed they've worked out the plot twist, but how can you work out the plot twists when there's no sign of anything? It's like you've just made a random guess and you just happen to be right.
I think, like, yeah, there's a chance people have guessed it, and I completely agree, but I'd be very surprised if people, like, pulled something out from the initial story and then were like, based on this is how I saw this coming. I don't think you can make that connection. I can totally see you can be like, what if, let's just hit it nail in the dark.
Yeah.
It's actually she's part of the rebellion, and then you go from there. But to be fair, I am glad she's part of the rebellion because their entire love story made me cringe so hard. Akira and Bryn, it was so uncomfortable. The whole thing was just, I don't know. I could not, I did not enjoy a second of it, and I think it's because it was meant to be uncomfortable, or maybe it's because she was just playing in and, like, she's not asking any questions. She's just, it was just so, I hated it. I hated it until the end. And then I was like, literally the only time I actually really liked the relationship was at the very last page when he kissed her and told her to never come back. And I was like, oh.
Didn't you also love them on the boat, though?
Yeah, I'll get to that point later.
Okay.
But in terms of, like, the actual intimacy, which happened pretty much on land.
Oh, so once they're in
disgusting.
Kenta, yeah.
Disgusting. All of it. Just
Fair.
gross.
Fair.
You were going to say something before and I cut you off. Do you
I
remember?
forgot what it was.
My bad. Okay, sorry.
But I think you already said it. Like, reading this book, I did really enjoy it. But, like, I think it was written, like, to be, I feel like we got gaslit.
Yes!
And manipulated.
We lied to.
Yeah, we were lied to. And that's the thing with, like, unreliable narrators. Everyone's like, oh, read this book, it has an unreliable narrator, but then you're giving it away. Yeah. And so, like, this is actually, funnily enough, it was my book pick for the month, and the Wheel chose me, which I'm very happy about. Hey, my first one. I thought I did very well.
You did good.
But here's the thing. I don't go into a book reading anything about it. I just went, yeah, great plot twist. No worries. It's going crazy on TikTok. Let's read it. And then we discuss it. And the plot twist was that. But yeah, I definitely feel manipulated.
Yeah.
I can't. It's like, because before I even looked at it, like, obviously, as you said, it's gone crazy on TikTok.
Yeah.
So many people are talking about this plot twist. I knew nothing about the book.
Yeah.
Except that it had a supposedly astounding plot twist you're going to be talking about forever. And yes, I will be talking about it forever, about how I was lied to.
Yeah. But there's also so much else to talk about with it.
Oh, no, definitely. There is so much in this book. So much happens in this book.
Yeah.
Like, it does span a period of weeks. They go on a big journey. There's a lot of world that's developed, and we get to meet a whole bunch of characters. And some characters are like more than others, as per usual. But it's just... my brain has been stuck on that plot twist. But let's not focus on just the plot twist. Let's talk about some other fun things.
Yeah.
Like Mesa.
Oh,
Mesa being a shapeshifter.
that was the plot twist that got
That
me.
was a good plot twist.
That was really good.
Because I actually thought that one was done quite well. Because there's this random bird that she's hanging out with. After at one point, when he first meets the bird, he's terrified. Because he's like, that bird's going to kill me. You can't be friends with that thing. Because he also had no idea that it was Mesa.
Yeah.
And then out of the woodwork, he saves the day by turning into himself and then a panther.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, yes, boy. Yes.
Yeah.
You come in. You be best friend material. You
He's
save
very
her
cute.
ass.
I'm really waiting to see if anyone shapeshifts into a human.
Maybe he has that ability. Maybe
I
he
know,
will
right?
shapeshift into
Maybe.
people.
Yeah, that would be really damn
He
cool.
shapeshifts into Jovi and goes like, hey,
Next book. Actually, no. If you just guess the plot twist for the next book, I swear to God.
Oh my god.
it's not Jovi. Jovi. It's not the whole Jovi character we've met. It's not her. It's
actually
Aurora.
Mesa.
Aurora can shapeshift into people. She wasn't. Jovi has been unconscious this entire time, kept in prison somewhere.
I expected Aurora to be part of his engaged family, the girl he's engaged to, because they were always described by their blonde hair and all that stuff.
I feel like we missed out on a lot of Aurora though. She kind of was there in the start,
I
and then
reckon she's going to be a huge part of the next book.
oh, I think especially with her Missy Explosion.
Yeah.
And she got so much
Boom.
swagger.
Boom.
On the market, and then it was
Boom.
like, bye Aurora, we'll see you next time.
You know what she gave? She gave 5 big booms for that market. Boom! Please tell me you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, I think like one of the best things about this book was I loved how like there was a whole part of the book we spent on the sea, and there was a whole part of the book we spent on the land. And while they're on the sea, Jovi was in charge of everything because Akka was useless, and then on the land she was useless and he was in charge of everything. And I love how like both of them had their strengths, and like both of them had like equal amount of time in this book where they're actually like taking charge of things. And like even on like when they were on the boat, like Akka was just so useless. He knows nothing. Like he doesn't know what to do. And she's like, "Yep, you do this with the boat. You just sail this. You get the fish. You get that." And when they're on land, she's like mesmerized by trees and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Girl
She's
is
like,
no-
dirt.
She like as soon as she gets to land, she's dying. Like she's like, I don't know what to do anymore.
She's out.
And he's
for
taking
count.
charge. That was pretty fun. I really liked how that was that balance because I reckon in the next book there's going to be both, like again sea and land. Like there's going to be a bit of like we're going to see both sides.
But
yeah,
But I
I
wasn't.
really like that.
Yeah, I wasn't bored when they were traveling, even
I
though,
love the sea part.
not.
Yeah, sea part was good. It was a
Yeah.
really good length.
Yeah.
We got a lot of it. Like something new was always happening. It wasn't just we travelled on the sea for so many days and we did the same thing every day, which they kind of technically did.
Yeah.
But there was enough like build up and
Big
tension
storm.
and
Oh, they swim in the ocean, or they catch a fish, and you're like, if you say it like that, it sounds stupid.
it does actually.
But it was so good.
No, it was good.
I liked the sea part more than the land part. When they got on land, I actually started to get bored.
Oh, really?
I did actually think I preferred the sea section a lot more because I found when I got on land, it was more like every obstacle they met on land, it was just another person being difficult. Because like first they ran into those random rebels. What was the point? He just kills them all. And then they meet the healer, which yes helps them.
Yeah.
And then there's the boy. He tries to kill her.
And
That's
then,
probably why I got bored. That was again like world building because Jovi's seeing all of this for the first
yeah,
time.
and you had
Yeah.
no idea.
But it was like every kind of
Yeah.
step of like, oh, there's another person who wants to kill you. Oh, there's another person who's against you. And it just kind of repeated the same little thing over and over again for a little bit until we kind of got to the point where they were in the city, like in the capital.
and then she got
and we were dealing
introduced.
with, and then we were dealing with politics.
And then it's like, oh, everyone still hates you.
Yeah. Which I felt was a bit bizarre though, the whole thing. Like, everybody hates her?
But then Akka's like, no, it's not everyone. But then she's like, but everyone turned their lights off. When
It is everybody.
when I walked in.
Yeah, it's just, there's a couple of things that it just kind of made me go, that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
But overall, the whole sea thing was just fun. I really liked that element. Especially because I find sometimes when we have a story that goes between multiple kingdoms, we tend to spend a lot of time in one spot.
Yeah.
And so we got to experience not just one
bit of
kingdom.
everything.
We went through at least 3.
Yeah.
So we got a good variation of different places. But yeah.
Something I really liked was that this book is called Metal Slinger, but the whole book is from Jovi's point of view, and the next book is called Light Wielder.
Which you'd assume is
And
about
I
her.
really want it to be from his point of view because he's the one who's been gaslit and betrayed, and everything has just changed for him. And I reckon it actually would make a really good second book if it was from his perspective because she can also dream walk into his
Yeah.
So she'll still be
so you
around.
would still see her just as much. And I reckon that would be really, really cool if that's how it's done. I mean, we'll see how it's done. But
Find
I
out.
really liked, because it is named Metal Slinger, and the whole book is about her. So it just makes sense. Light Wielder. She's called Light Hours.
Well,
Make it
I
about
thought
him.
because of the name that the metal slinger part was going to relate to her in some way. And when it came to the whole element at the start of the book where the knife she steals from Akka is actually her knife that she forged with her dad, I think it was.
Yeah.
And she could
Which
call
she
it
didn't recognize even though she knows everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
no.
then
Gaslit.
she calls
Gatekeep. Girl boss.
But then she does that whole thing where she calls it back to herself. And I was like, oh yeah, metal slinger. She's going to be able to manipulate metal.
Wrong.
No, it's him.
Yeah.
And then I was actually like, why is it called metal
It
slinger?
makes sense
Yeah.
though, because it is sold as a romantasy. So
Yeah.
it's got that fated mates very,
Yeah.
very strongly within
It
this
is.
book.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
reckon that makes sense. It's like a parallel. Each book, like the title is mirroring the other characters.
Well, yeah,
Like,
now that we
yeah.
know what the next book is,
Yeah,
it makes
yeah.
a little bit more sense. But I just remember reading it at the time going,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm very much, I always kind of take the title to heart in some way when I'm reading it and kind of try and find like, well, why is it called this?
And I don't think it's in the phrase metal slinger isn't introduced until they actually leave. What is it? Alahala. Where I keep saying Alahala like Valhalla.
I feel like
Alaha,
calls him Metal
Yeah.
Slinger.
or maybe.
I think
just
he
before
also
they leave.
said,
Oh,
like,
but
he
it was, I
can
think it was
read
either
the
when he was
metal
leaving
slinger.
and he's killing the dudes, and then they like
Yeah.
leaving. It's like
Actual,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the nickname
Metal
Yeah.
Slinger.
I think
Sometime then.
I believe it's Kai who calls him that just
Maybe.
before Akka spares his life and they leave. I
Yeah,
believe.
it's something
I
in
might
that
be wrong.
scene. I
Yeah.
think I agree. But yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, well he is the Metal Slinger, and then it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
And she is the light wielder.
And I
Dun,
also
dun, dun.
think maybe like the whole fated maids thing, like they can probably like enhance their powers from each other or with each
Yeah,
other.
I guess we'll find out.
Or like,
Well, who knows what else they can do with this whole
yeah,
mate thing?
because she's also learning everything by herself. Their family, the couple they met early on, like, they said that everyone manifests it differently, but it's at a point that like if you're not with them, your powers will just try to kill you. Like,
Yeah.
you have to be with
Or
them.
it's pushing you to be with it, and
Yeah.
that's why she can like
So
project.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
a bit of a tricky situation for
Oh,
these two.
oof.
But I reckon the dream walking, she's just gonna be like, I gotta be with him, or I'm gonna get stuck in his head.
Well, I feel
Probably.
like it's really gonna lean to, we're gonna really face that love triangle
And like
in
a
book two.
redemption.
because obviously she has admitted that she loves Akka, but she still loves Kai as well.
Yeah.
And she says that. And so obviously she's gonna be back with Kai.
Doesn't she kiss
And-
Kai at the end?
No, because it ends with them
she
leaving.
He
It was in the
kisses her.
flashback.
Oh, but in the
Oh, yeah,
flashback,
yeah,
like
in
she
the flashback,
kisses him.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
whatever. I'll see you
Um,
soon. Mwah.
Yeah, that type of thing. It's
Whatever.
like, oh, he doesn't know, so we've got to make this look like you're manipulating me.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
bit.
that part.
That
That's
was,
what you're thinking of.
Ugh.
But like, no, but I think they're gonna end. She's gonna end up back with Kai, and being separated from Akka, and they're gonna be on different sides. And she's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna be Kai's wife, and we're doing this together. And then she's gonna be conflicted with Akka, and it's gonna cause her the moments where she gets pulled to him or him to her,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be awkward if
I
she's
mean, they're
having some
definitely gonna
sexy
have
time
some-
with one person and the other
Really,
person.
that doesn't come up.
Oh
That would
dear.
be so gross. But I do reckon they will have like a lot more. Basically, this book is going to be what I wanted Onyx Storm to be between Satan and Violet, where I expected him to go full venom in the first 2 chapters.
Yeah.
Except it wasn't until the very fucking end of the book. And I just wanted him and her to be separated so she can actually enhance her dream walking skills. And
Yeah.
did we learn that at the end of Onyx Storm? I don't even care.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Well, we know
Guys,
she can walk in. She can access dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just wanted there to be a lot more of that.
I didn't even realize that was a parallel between those two.
Yeah,
books.
until you just
that
said
only
it.
just clicked.
But if you really want to get into parallels, you could also think. Didn't you say Shadow and Bone with the
that's why
Darkling
I was like,
and the
this is
Light
so
Wielder?
cool. Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
I was thinking like him being a metal slinger can control some element of a light
Yeah.
wielder, and he basically makes her his puppet or something like that.
Yeah, which is what
to,
happens
like,
in like
take
Shadow and
over
Bone.
or whatever, win whatever wars and armies and stuff. And the
Oh, well.
whole part of like that forest and stuff burning down and then
Right.
the other kingdoms. Like I was like, okay, Ben Barnes, this is where it's going. And no,
Yeah.
it didn't. I'm not gonna say I don't like where it ended up. I do really like where it ended up, and I'm just gonna ignore the parts of the book that didn't line up with the plot twist
Mm-hmm.
because I think the second book will get set up really well if it's done really well. Like
Yeah.
the dream walking and it being from his perspective would actually like be
Kill.
Chef's kiss.
I think it will be an absolute mistake if she doesn't include his point.
At some
include
point.
his point of view at some point.
I want it to be the whole thing.
I doubt
Yeah.
it will. Like it
Yeah,
would.
I
I
know.
agree. It would be amazing, but
Yeah.
I think it'll be a duel, and we'll jump up
But-
and forth
Yeah, I don't
between
want
them.
duel. I don't want to see your point of view. We already know. We already got like the.
We know she's
yeah.
a liar.
Yeah,
Not
she's.
that we got her motive. Like the whole point of having a point of view is like we're trying to set up the character, we're trying to build on the character, or we're trying to understand the motive of the
So
character.
let's say.
know her
and book
motive.
2, we'd learn his more.
Yeah.
Like,
And I feel like it would be really cool to see if she wants to do another plot twist. It would be great to see that he is actually privy to quite a lot of information, or one of the other characters between is actually playing a dual role, like his sister.
Mhm.
Yeah, go on.
Hang on, you just sparked this thought. So, because she gaslit us the whole time while we were in her POV, why wasn't this book in his perspective then?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it
Yeah.
was really fun to see it in his perspective.
No, but the thing is, you could have done that plot twist and then had the flashback reveal in her point of view, and then his perspective at the end going,
It would
she's
have been
stabbing
really
me
good,
and
yeah.
she's leaving me. I think that would have been a better way to do
Yeah.
this book.
Actually, that reminds me. I hated the fact that the way we found out what was going on was that they went, well, let's chuck in a flashback.
Oh, you hate flashbacks.
I don't look if it's utilized well, I don't mind it. So like at the moment, I'm reading
Whatever
a
that
really
is.
really long titled book.
Yeah.
It's book 3 in Crowns of Nyaxia series. At the start, and it's divided up into parts. And at the start of every part, there is a flashback, but it's about a crucial
So is
moment
this-
in the character's life.
Is this lore all over again?
No.
No, she's an idiot. she
But-
was like, oh,
Wait.
yeah, well, I've had this hiding all
Yeah.
along. My bad.
So is what's her name? Jovi? Is
Yeah.
Jovi or Laura worse reliable narrator?
100%
Oh,
Laura's
law,
worse.
absolutely.
Without a doubt. She at least had reason to hide it. Malora had no reason to hide it. Malora
Okay,
could have easily
maybe.
just been like, I know where it's hiding, but I'm just going to keep it a secret.
But again, I feel like that was information was kept, like
No, but
the
she had
like
to
the
keep
plot
secret
twist.
in front of like Akka at least, and like everyone around her. She had
Yeah,
no
I
one on
guess
her
so.
side.
I guess so.
Anyway,
Sorry, go on. What are
back
you
to what I
saying?
was trying to say.
Go on.
And Malora's annoying.
And her name's Melora.
Enough
It
said.
had nothing to do with Medusa.
Except it's Medusa's shield. Anyway, so at the start of every part of the book I'm reading, they have a flashback that is a part of a setup to basically learning about a traumatic event that happened in the main character's life.
Yeah.
And so it's slowly unfolding and setting up this reveal that I know is coming. And it did the same thing in the other couple books as well. Same concept. And I think it works really well because you get a good character background establishment and it reveals enough slowly that you understand the character and where she's come from and where she's like kind of been led towards and how she's going to end up in her current situation. But the flashback in Metal Slinger is like, oh, here's this story, here's a setup. Oh, by the way, this is what actually happened back then.
Pranked.
You were lied to. Here back to our regularly scheduled programming. I would have much preferred that we just skipped the flashback, went into the last chapter where people start dying from being poisoned, Akka's confused, and then lo and behold, it's Jovi reveals, hey, sorry, I actually knew what was going on the whole time.
You're an idiot.
And you have that explanation between them. Not, hey, she was lying. She knew everything. Like,
But I
lay
think-
it out in the action sequence that is happening.
Yeah.
Not because I feel like it's just lazy writing. Like that in that type of style. I'm just not a fan of it. It's a personal preference. Some people probably love it. Not for me. I didn't like it.
Yeah. I do like flashbacks in some books. Age of Darkness trilogy. Flashback, the second book.
I haven't read it.
Every second book, every
Sorry,
second
Alisha.
chapter is a flashback, and you die. Like every time I think about it,
Every second chapter.
bro, it's
You
it's
die?
worth it. Like you die, like you'll start crying every time.
Oh.
I was in tears every time I see a flashback. I'm like,
My
"Well,
eyes,
let's go.
my eyes are still burning from the game earlier. Let's not start crying
Oh.
Yeah, no, that book.
again.
Every time I think about it, it's like tears start to well up. Anyway, that book, the flashbacks were done really well. But I totally agree with what you're saying. But I will say, I really liked where they put the flashback in this book.
It
the other
made
book
sense.
had.
Yeah.
Not only did it make sense for me, I think it had a very cinematic reveal. And it wouldn't have hit the same way if she just walks out and she's like, oh, actually, I think the flashback is what made that like reveal so much more significant. And also it's like at the point where Akka gets stabbed, he doesn't know what's happening, we don't know what's happening, and we just go to a flashback and we're like, holy shit,
Yeah.
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And then we go continue to the knife stabbing thing. I think, in my personal opinion, I really liked where that flashback was situated. If it was after the stabbing or if it was before, it wouldn't have had the same impact. I think it was like done really well for me. Like I really enjoyed where that flashback was, and I really enjoyed that it was a flashback rather than a conversation, because I think the flashback is what made all the readers also think, I'm like, you've been lying to me this whole time. I on my stories on Instagram was like, Akka's gaslighting her. He's gaslighting her so good, guys. It's actually the complete opposite.
But that's the thing. You were like,
Literally.
plot twist. And you're like, he's gonna deny her. He's gonna
Yeah.
prank,
I
like,
was
whatever.
He wants her so bad because he needs to use her. He's gaslighting her. Men always gaslight, and then it's
No.
like, it's Jovi. And it was literally like her
Yeah.
gaslighting. And I thought like that's why I was like smiling and laughing throughout the rest of that chapter, because I was just trying to process. I was like, dude, you got schooled.
You got done.
I just look.
But I
it
totally
is a
get what you
preference.
mean though
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
I just think
It's
it
always
really
gonna be a
worked
preference.
for me in this book. Like that plot twist would not have been jaw dropping if it wasn't done the way it was done here.
Yeah. Like, I get what you mean by the whole, like, it was very cinematic, and I think in movie sense
Yeah.
would have smashed
I
it.
think that's the one thing
But
that authors do all
I
the time
just-
now though.
To me, I was like, I just would not have had a flashback at all.
Yeah.
But
Like,
I
at all.
think
Find another way to, like, unravel it and show it and
Yeah.
reveal it.
That would have
Mm.
required
But-
breadcrumbs.
it would.
But that's obviously like considering the fact there was no breadcrumbs, that reveal that way made sense to me.
Lazy
Yeah.
writing.
Well, anyway,
will
No, I'm
say-
kidding. It's
I-
not
I-
lazy writing. But I'm just, it's just, Anyway.
devil's advocate. I will jump in.
Stop.
One thing. No.
Devil's advocate. Just say what you think.
This is what I think. Something that got me reading this book is how like gentle Akka was with her, because when she jumps into his
I don't trust him at
like,
all.
hang on, no, this is my perspective. I'm a romantic, all right? Like, whatever. Let me have my romance book. Why was that funny
No, it
to
wasn't.
you?
It just went down the wrong hole.
Okay,
The fizzy, the bubble.
Okay, you okay?
And I got caught in my throat.
okay.
Sorry, can you?
It's okay. Okay, I like to think of myself a bit of a romantic, but like from his perspective, from what we know and overheard him saying to others, he's like, well, she's been manipulated by
Yeah.
Kai, and she's she's got trauma. We got to take care of her. We're taking the long way to get to the city because she's gonna be overwhelmed. He's like, in my opinion, he was trying to. Sorry, you hate him.
No,
but-
I agree with that, but the reason I hated that exact
Yeah.
scene was because he kept lying to her and keeping information away
Yeah,
from
yeah.
her, and I was like,
And
how
then
can you take care of her if you're not being honest?
And then they get to Kenta, and then like people hate her, and she's like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "He didn't prepare her."
No.
But in my this is my contra, right, where I'm
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
to with the
Go on.
the flashback. Yeah, you know what I'm on about.
Yeah.
So he was very gentle to her, and it was that was shown, but like I was like, damn, like this poor girl, like Kai's manipulated her, like she doesn't love him. And then in the flashback, it's like, well, no, she loves him. And Kai like says to her, it's like, he helped her like build like mental walls so that she couldn't be manipulated. And then he's like, well, I don't want to manipulate you. She's like, you have to once, otherwise Akka will never believe it. And he's like, but I don't want to. And you're like, but he traumatized you, and now you're telling me he did the opposite.
Yeah.
And Kai helped you build walls so that you'd never get manipulated. No, I'm manipulated.
I think like one thing I remember is like I think it was like maybe still in the sea part. I don't know
Yeah.
if I messaged it to you guys, but maybe I put it on my story. But I was like, guys, I don't hate Kai still. I still trust him. I don't know why. I was like, I trust him. I trust the guy. I don't think he's wrong. The whole time I was like, I don't hate him. I don't hate him. I know everyone's saying he's manipulative, but I actually like him. But this was me with Dane as well for like the
Look,
whole trilogy so far.
Dane's
Yeah.
another story.
Yeah,
we
we'll
won't
get to
get
him another
into.
day.
But no, I liked Kai's character from the start.
I see Kai as Zayden even though he's blonde. I don't know. It's just in my
You,
head now.
you at one point were having Kai and Akka's appearances swapped,
Yeah,
and it was
I don't know
messing
why.
with my
I
head.
kept seeing Akka
Oh,
as
wow.
Cassian, however he's depicted by.
You
Akka.
haven't even.
Yeah, but like I see the.
Yeah, okay.
fan
Yeah,
art,
yeah.
And I kept seeing, Akka as Cassian and Kai as Zayden.
I actually kind of thought Kai kept reminding me appearance-wise of Carrion Swift.
I don't,
Absolutely not.
I don't even
That
know.
kind of like
Yeah.
orangey,
Nah,
like I
nah.
kind of like pictured
Oh,
him with
mine was like
Like, I know
dark
he's like-
skin tone
Yeah, no,
because in the
no.
sun all the time,
White
dark
boy.
hair.
Yeah, I don't know.
Makes
cheeky
sense.
grin.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like what I got
Yeah.
in my head. So I was like, when you're like dark, I was like, no.
Yeah.
But no, like I loved Kai's character. I wanted more of Kai. I
We're gonna
was
see
really.
him.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Next book, next
But I
book.
was like, when he didn't come back in this book, and I was like, I love Mesa. Don't get me wrong, he's a great character. I think he's got a lot of
Yeah, he has seen
potential
as
for
Liam.
book 2.
Oh.
Let's not compare him to Liam.
No, I see him
Please.
as like physical characteristics. I see him
Okay.
as Liam.
Okay.
What? 6 feet
Which is
under?
what happened.
I don't want him to die like Liam.
I was gonna
Let's
say,
not compare
what?
him to Liam.
Are you saying?
He's probably gonna
Hang,
die. He's too
No.
good of a
are you
character.
saying Mesa is similar height to Liam? 6 feet under?
Wow.
Okay, they're all taller than me regardless.
No.
He's 6 feet under because he's dead.
Oh.
I've seen that.
Yeah, maybe. He
On
could have been.
TikTok.
He
Oof.
could be.
Someone
He's too
tries
nice
it.
of a character, I
Yeah.
reckon.
Oh,
And
I
they
think-
usually die.
well,
That's my biggest
He's
concern.
also got a really traumatic past. And
Yeah,
it
I
makes
know.
me
Oh, I
sad.
feel
He
bad
could be
for
the
that kid.
sacrificial lamb.
Don't say that.
No.
Then I'm gonna be
No,
gaslit
You
again.
can sacrifice the one-eyed guy, the one-armed guy. Whatever his name is. Aka's
Huh?
friend.
I
He's
was
the
thinking
one-armed.
Vance from
Oh, yeah.
Glow of
Wrong book series, babe.
Talking about Metal Slinger.
I actually did remember DM quite a few times. Every time Jovi would show up naked, I'm like, this is DM's dialogue. She's like, I need to be
Yes!
getting caught naked every
Yes,
time.
you're right.
Look, I was thinking.
This is what I mean by all romantics are the fucking same.
They are. This is
And
why
I'm fed
I
up of it.
ate. I ate this
And
one
this is
up.
why I can't read it again and again. I'm like, it's the same shit. It's all the characters are the same.
I promise you, my romancy will not be the same.
Good.
You are going to be surprised.
Yeah.
I'm liking it.
I'm waiting for that.
She's been reading parts.
Yeah.
I've read the first chapter. was it?
Ooh.
I've gave her up to chapter
Read
3 so
three.
far. There's no
Don't
prologue.
give me chapters. I don't want to criticize until
I
it's
more,
first draft.
I more sent it to us. I was like, I need you to read this and tell me
Yeah.
one, does
Like
the
what-
action sequence actually make sense?
Like visually,
Because-
what's happening?
Yes, because I'm writing this going, I can picture this in my head, but is it translating? 2, I introduced like 4 characters in one chapter. I was like,
Yeah.
is it too confusing?
Yeah.
Are they all like, can you keep track of these? Because
Yeah.
I don't want a whole if we were villains moment where it's like, here, I have 8 characters. And you're like, who's who?
Yeah.
There's too many people.
And then who dies?
Yep.
And their names all change because they start playing roles.
Oh my
That won't
gosh.
happen.
Don't even.
That's not going to
Alright,
happen.
I'm keen to
I
do
did
that.
actually have to realize that I sent you the chapter and I went to send you and went, I still haven't had her tell her name at any point in this, and we're 3 chapters in. I think I need to go back and add
That's
in her
me.
name.
Okay.
Lol.
So I went back
But
in and I
that's the
changed
thing.
chapter 1 and went, okay, let's add a name in her.
Huh?
Because, like, I put her name as, like, because it's going to be do a point of view. And it's like, her name is, like, this is her chapter. But it's first point of view. So at no point she's going, my name's Ella. Like, that's weird.
No.
So I was like, how can I get her to introduce her name?
Yeah.
So I just, like, went into the conversation. Where can I get him to ask for a name? Right there.
But I think that's actually quite common in books when they're first point of view because, like,
Yeah, but I also feel like it can happen, but I don't want to be 3 chapters in. You should, the character
I know.
name should have been established in
Yeah,
context at some
but
point.
that's why it's like we read so many books, and I'm like, what's their name again? And then this one, she changes names.
Yeah, no, tell me about it. Bryn to Jovi.
That's
Actually,
not.
I think I prefer Bryn
downgrade.
as well.
Bryn
I like
gives me
Bryn.
Bryce vibes from Crescent
Also,
City.
Akka?
Crescent City.
What
Yeah,
the
Akka's
hell?
a stupid
What type
name.
of...
Akka.
Hi, Ken.
Do you know what, actually, I really liked...
No, Kai. Kai is from Powerless, and I couldn't get over that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really, now you distracted me.
Sorry.
Oh, the Raven Scholar? Where was I going with that? There was a
Dunno.
character's name I really
Best
liked.
name is
Oh,
Herondale.
no, so one of the things I read... in that book...
Corviknight.
In the,
Anything Herondale.
Sorry.
in the Raven Scholar, what I...
Jonathan Herondale.
Stop.
No.
James
Corviknight.
Herondale.
Corviknight.
Herondale.
Raven
James
Scholar? Don't
Herondale.
you mean Corviknight?
No, I mean the
Kit
Raven
Herondale.
Scholar.
Okay.
So in the Raven Scholar, though, so there's 8 houses, or I suppose, okay, there's 8 gods which people dedicate themselves into, and you can go into this particular house and study under them. And each of them
Yeah.
have, like, their kind of traits. So, like, the Raven,
Divergent.
kinda, but not
Yeah.
quite. So, like, but Ravens, they're all very scholarly type of people. They're education.
Ravenclaw. Copyright.
But then you also have, like, you have,
That's my house.
the foxes, and they're very skittish people. They're spies, they're
Slytherin.
assassins,
Sounds
type of
Slytherin.
thing. Then you have oxes that are very hardworking. They do all the manual labor.
At
They do.
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
No, not at all. I would not say that's Gryffindor
It's not
at all.
Hufflepuff.
Yeah, that's something
No,
no,
'cause there's-
Hufflepuff are
there's-
smoking weed and eating cakes.
There's tigers, and I would say they're Gryffindor.
No.
But anyway, my
Yeah,
point
okay.
is, these characters, when they're in these houses, they can choose to change their name. And the main character in the Raven Scholar, her
That was
surname.
Divergent as well, actually.
True.
She chooses her name.
Beach it goes from
Oh,
Beatrice
that's
to
pretty-
Tris.
Oh no, so not like a nickname, like she
No,
actually.
that was her
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
She changes her
Oh,
name.
okay. I've never read it. I don't.
Well,
I've
we're
never-
telling you.
I've seen the movie.
Yeah,
but
we're
like,
telling you.
okay, all right. But she like so they choose to like take some of them take names that represent their houses and whatnot, and she changes her surname to the sound that a raven makes. So it's like
What? Core.
like no, but it's caw. and it's spelled
How do you spell that?
Krra.
That's her name.
Krra.
Yeah, that's her name.
Her last name.
That's her
What
surname.
house did she go to?
The Raven one.
Oh, okay.
So it's the sound.
Or
Raven
what
makes.
would you be
She's
called?
just a nerd
Feather?
and she goes by the name of a bird's sound.
Quah!
I would bully her.
Probably. Well, she has no friends.
I would bully her.
Probably because she
but my
changed her
point
last
I
name
was
to
trying
Craw.
make was,
Yeah, go on.
I really liked the unique take on creating a name. Like, it had a lot of relevance and meaning versus Akka, which just sounds like random syllables you struck together.
It sounds like Maca
That was the
Paca.
whole point I was trying to make there, and that
Okay.
became very difficult.
The first thing my friend messaged me off my review, she's like, "What are these stupid names?" I was
Lol. It's as soon as you get
"Okay,
into
they're trying to be
romancy.
different, okay?
Even Messer is kind of weird.
I'll take
Emma,
that before
Nancy
Akka.
Hit, Will, Tessa, Jem.
Shush.
Great
gosh.
names. Just simple.
What about
and
Zayden,
majestic.
Violet, Liam.
Yeah.
What
great
about
names.
what about
Violet goes into Violet.
I'm sorry, but what is DM?
Bellator.
but what about Rowan?
Carpe Diem. Sorry, go on.
I may have named my MC after Rowan.
Yeah.
His
I
surname's
understood
Rowan.
that.
He's literally just Rowan.
No,
There's
so
no
he's-
play on it.
He's called Rowan for the first two chapters.
No.
At
he's
least
called
the
Captain
first.
Rowaning.
Yeah,
so
but he's called
Captain
Rowan.
Arthur Rowan is his name. And she doesn't know his first name initially. He introduces himself as Captain Rowan. And so she starts calling him either Captain or Rowan.
Yeah.
And then I introduced his first name, and Jay's like, I got so confused for a second. She's like,
Yeah.
"Who's who?"
I was like, who the heck is Archer? Give me back Rowan.
Arthur.
Oh, see what I mean?
I do like Rory and Sybil. Love those
Cute.
names.
Oh, I do like Sybil.
They're
Sybil's a really
cute.
pretty name.
Yeah.
Audacious.
Anyway.
Love it.
Very cutesy.
Anyway,
Well-
do we have anything to talk about this book? Or
I
are we
don't
kinda
have.
done?
I don't
We-
have any.
we
I
got
have.
distracted
I have
by
one more
names.
thing,
Yeah.
but this can be my final wrap up if you want. Is
Is it 9 o'clock yet?
It's 9:13, so we can pretty much wrap up if you
Yeah.
want. But
Finish your point. and then
this
we'll
is
go.
my funny thing. One, there was some humor in this book, but
Yeah.
my
Would
favorite.
you rather?
Huh?
On the sea, she was like, "Would you rather chop
Oh.
off your arm or eat cake for never?" Or something.
Yeah, it was.
And I was like,
it was
"I'd
so
totally
random.
do that."
It was trying to get that funny vibes, but what made me laugh was
Yeah.
when they came into. They were on the way from wherever they were to get to Kenta, and they booked at the hotel.
Yeah.
And there was like dark, hey, it was dark, dingy, and they're like, it's empty, like no one's there. And they go out and get dinner or whatever, come back, it's a brothel. Absolutely full, and they're trying to sneak around all these like ladies. I'm like,
So
bro, that made me
That-
laugh.
That was a gold moment. That was really
Yeah.
good.
That was
Because it
so
was
well
so not
written.
like necessary at all, but it was just like, let's chuck a little bit of humor in
Yeah.
there.
It was so good.
It was brilliant.
Yeah, it was
That
funny.
was funny.
Okay, but for time's sake, let's wrap this up. Final ratings and review. Go.
Actually, I haven't written my final rating and review, so I guess I'm just gonna
First time announcement. Jazzy
first time announcement.
rates Metal Slinger.
I think I'd give it a solid. Hang on, let me just hang on.
Anticlimactic much.
I
She
made.
gives it a solid hang on.
hang on. No, I'd give it.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
I would, because I like to keep things rounded,
Mm.
so I would give it a 4 stars. Like I would reread that, but I'm still
Oh,
annoyed
okay.
at the plot twist.
I've now forgotten my rating.
That's what I would rate it, because I would reread it depending on when Light Wielder comes out.
Yeah, I'll read Light Wielder.
Because also Light Wielder is set 4 of like a amount of years after this book.
Is it?
Yeah,
I had no idea. I thought it was like straight into it.
you should read the
There might be a
snippet.
flashback.
Maybe.
No, that's another thing. My copy came with the the preview of the next book, and I
Yeah.
was so annoyed and overwhelmed. I could just put it down. I haven't even read that chapter yet.
Oh,
I
really?
keep forgetting it's there.
You should read
and then
it.
Jazzy spoiled part of it. And I went, dude, I haven't read
Yeah.
it. She went, oh, I'm
I just
sorry.
I just kept going. I was
Yeah,
like, what
me
is
too.
this? Yeah, so
And I was mad. I was like, no.
well, yeah, spoiler. It says that it's a few years after. So
Yeah.
I'm like, because of that time
Oh,
jump.
you know what book I want to pick up?
Go on.
Okay, now, can we wrap this up first?
Burn.
But we don't have a release date for that yet.
That one is such a good ending. Sorry, go on.
You don't even know
We did
yet.
it. Anyway, okay.
Oh, the
So,
last
4
one.
stars.
Yeah, I give it 4 stars.
4 stars. I give it a 4 stars as well.
Nice.
It would have been more if I had not been lied to or gaslit.
Fair.
Mine's 3.5. Didn't really like the book. Wouldn't reread it. But I will read the next one.
Nice.
It's becoming a common scenario with us. Like, not really. Wouldn't read it
You know,
again.
it's
but we'll
because
read
it's
the next-
romanticises. I think it's just I'm sick of romanticises. And the thing is that there was in the recent last week and a half. This isn't to do with Metal Slinger, but Metal Slinger, I read it, and I read that last book of last month.
Yeah.
And then I picked up 2 arcs, and they were phenomenal. 2 very different arcs, and literally, when I finished the first one, I was like, how the hell am I supposed to move on with my life? And then I picked up the next one, and the next one was a bit of a pleasant surprise because it took me 30% to actually care about the book. And after that 30% mark, I read the whole thing in one sitting, and I was like, oh my god, what was that? It was so bloody good. The end was amazing. The whole journey was incredible. And then I picked up another romantasy arc, and I hated my life. And I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever read.
You probably need a break from
Yeah, and that's
romantasy.
why I was like, okay, I have to be very objective when I review this because I'm not going to tear down an arc. So I was very objective, but oh my gosh, that was terrible.
So pause on romantasies for you for now.
Yeah, but the thing is that my other arcs are also romantic.
Oh, we need to pick romantasies for next month.
No,
book.
it gets worse.
No
So
promises.
I have to. The other arc, there's 2 books I'm reading at the moment. Flame of Fury, our next month's pick. YA, very YA.
It's so cute.
Yeah. It's not my type of read, but I'm trying to enjoy it. I do enjoy it, but I definitely don't hate it, so that's
It's
a plus.
super easy.
Quick read. Phoenix Racing.
8 hours.
Why?
And
8
this is-
hours.
I worked it out. I read it in 8 hours.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think it's just, I would rather, I think I should have just read a novella or something in middle because I have another really good one. It's about Nazis though, but whatever.
Okay.
But there's another one I'm reading, which is Where Monsters Hide, which is another YA book. I'm actually liking that one a bit more at the moment, just because it's got that journeys and 2 dual perspectives, and it's kind of fun like that.
I do want to read that one.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. But I think it's 2 YA, 2 fantasies, kind of romantasies or forced romance in one of them, and the other one is enemies to lovers, probably going to be enemies to lovers.
So you're like, please stop.
So I need that to stop. So I have a really I've got a break for 2 or 3 books before I go into another read, which is again romantasy.
Yeah, you
Because
can't
they
escape
all
it.
sound amazing. Actually, the other 2 I'm quite excited for. One's a gothic one, so that would be good.
Nice.
And the other one is kind of given very much Spark of Everflame vibes.
Ooh.
So
That has
I
very
have
high
not-
hopes.
it's been some time since I've read something that good. So
The bar is set.
It's
I
very
know,
high.
And actually, from the reviews, it's paying off. So anyway, that was my tangent. I think I need a break from romantasies. I need to go back to just literally literary fiction or something.
Yeah.
Literally the other end of it, and then come back to it.
Fair
Yeah,
call.
3.5
But there we
for
go.
me.
But there we go. So 3.5 gives you an overall of, I don't know, you do the math, I can't be bothered.
Fair
But
enough.
anyway,
0.8? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Shut up, you
3.75.
nerd.
Let's just call it that.
Anyway, thank you for joining us today. We hope you have destroyed. Enjoyed.
Don't destroy this video.
Enjoyed our discussion and review of Metal Slinger. We would love to know what you think of this book. Did you enjoy it? Did the plot twist? Did the plot twist get you? Were you stunned? Did you feel lied to?
Yeah.
Did you like the characters? Talk to us about it, please. Let's have some conversations in the chat below. Be polite. If you have disagreements, with opinions, no arguing. We don't.
You can share it, but not arguing.
Yes. No calling someone stupid because you don't agree with their opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, make sure you subscribe for future videos. We have some more book reviews coming at ya. We have a hell of a game coming up. There was laughter. So much laughter. There were tears.
There was actual tears.
Yeah.
There was plenty of fun.
Yeah.
So that is also coming up. So you got to subscribe for that. We also have Night in the Moth that is coming very soon. So if you want to hear us talk about Rachel Gillick, you got to subscribe. Otherwise, you're not going to know when that video is coming out.
Yeah.
Make sure to follow us all on socials. You can find us all here individually. Jazzy is paying attention.
I was just checking what our next ones were. It's because I actually thought out the mini game was coming out first, but you were correct.
Well, no, we'll do the review, then we'll do the... Anyway,
Yeah.
that's besides the point.
That's the point.
So you can find us all here at these links. You can find Girlies That Read at Girlies That Read everywhere. Look, find us. There are link trees. Find one. Click the links.
Done.
Follow. Enjoy the reels. Enjoy everything. Anyway, thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon with another video. But until then, bye-bye.